Greetings, comrades. The issue of Spaza shops is once again under discussion. This follows an incident where it is alleged that children died after consuming food from a Spaza shop. Assuming it is indeed correct that the unfortunate death of these kids it's as a result of what they ate from Spaza shops. All of us as parents must condemn such, because it cannot be correct that any business person can sell food that is harmful not only to our kids but to all of us. It would be very, very unfortunate. So we call on government and the relevant authorities to investigate the circumstances in which these kids died. Our condolences to the families affected and to the communities. A child belongs to the community. The issue of Spaza shops is always on the news. In the majority, the Spaza shops are owned by non-South Africans. As a member of the African Diaspora Forum, I've been exposed to some who run Spaza shops. The issue which some of us have tried to understand, because I do not have any experience in running any shop. I've never ran even a grocery shop. I'm not into business. But what some of us have tried to understood was why are Spaza shops less expensive compared to other shops, given that they procure their products from the same source. Of course, there are others that circulate videos showing that some products like cold drinks are manufactured in some dodgy places. We condemn such. We condemn such because we ourselves consume products from Spaza shops. In my area where I live, there are 2 Spaza shops and ShopRite. So if we do not do groceries at ShopRite or buying small things, we often buy from a Spaza shop. We find it time consuming to go to ShopRite to buy small items, spend time in a long queue just for small items. So we then decide to buy from a Spaza shop. So if Spaza shops are selling items, particularly foodstuff, which is harmful to all of us, we become victims. So there's no way that we can protect anyone who sells food that is harmful to all of us. But what we have sought to understand is why prices are lower in a Spaza shop than in other shops. Or put it differently, why items in Spaza shops owned by non-South Africans have lower prices than Spaza shops owned by local South Africans. In our interactions with the Spaza shop owners that are not South Africans, they always raise the issue of bulk buying. That they come together, sort of a club, do bulk buying, which then reduces the prices. It makes them to be competitive, because business is about competition. If I open an eatery, I sell pap for 50 rands a plate, when my competitor is selling at 40 rands, naturally I'll be driven out of business. So if I want to attract customers to my own eatery, I have to sell less than my competitor. So it's a competition for customers. So then they argue that bulk buying, not just only bulk buying, team buying, because a number, as we discussed with them, a number of Spaza shops owners, they will come together, put their money together, then do bulk buying, resulting in their prices becoming lower. They get a discount from the supplier. So instead of a Spaza shop owner in Uven going alone to buy from a wholesale, say in Newtown, all Spaza shop owners in Uven, assuming they are 50, they go to buy from a wholesale in Newtown, and this will lower, or they will get a huge discount because it is bulk buying. They then set up their own warehouse in Uven, where each Spaza shop owner will then collect their products after they've been delivered from the supplier's warehouse to their own warehouse in Uven. When they then sell, their prices are lower, and in an economy where there's less money circulation, or where the majority of us do not have enough money, we then prefer to buy where it is cheaper. That's what we understand. Like I've said, we've seen some videos where it is said some cold drinks in particular are manufactured in some dodgy areas, in some garages and hygiene areas. If it is true, we condemn such. Because I cannot, on principle, I cannot support or protect someone that produces a cold drink in an unhealthy environment, which I will then go and buy and consume. It's about my own health, that of my kids, my family, and those around me, to start with, before we speak about broadly society as a whole. But I become a victim myself because I want to eat clean food. I want to consume clean food. Anything that I consume, it must be clean. So, if then it is true that kids who unfortunately lost their lives was as a result of what they consumed from a Spaza shop. It's very unfortunate. I was reading an article in Sowetan where one medical doctor discusses what he calls, that's the heading of the article. This is a pandemic in South Africa in reference to poisoning food cases. So in this article, it defines that some kids end up consuming these poisonous products which naturally affect them. So if a child consumes such, like if rat poison as an example, or any such poisonous stuff, it becomes a huge problem. Because he says, I quote, I think it needs to be stressed that this is literally a pandemic in South Africa. I can guarantee that there is a child or young person right now, as you read this, who is in a public or private hospital in South Africa with organophosphate poisoning, close quote. It was actually Times Live, the interview was carried on in Times Live. The doctor is a Fraser. So it's a long article where he discusses some of these issues. Just the last quote. The initial management of a suspected organophosphate poison is related to symptomatic treatment and relief of immediately life-threatening symptoms. I need to stress that treatment of organophosphate poisoning is time-consuming, difficult and unpleasant, more especially for the patient than the healthcare provider, close quote. So as I conclude, we condemn in the strongest terms any person, any business person that sells to the public food that is not, or that will cause harm to the consumer. We condemn such. We also noted the statement by the minister in the presidency, where she was calling on South Africans to make a decision on whether to buy from Spaza shops or not, because she says when she was Minister of Small Business Enterprise, the courts refused them. We call government because it has resources to investigate such matters. Because in our communities, as I've said, we buy from Spaza shops because some of us, we do not have money. The little that we have, we want to buy from Spaza shops because it's cheaper. Please like this video, share your experiences. If you are on TikTok, please do follow us. If you are still not subscribed, please do subscribe. Goodbye.